The battle against the evil Otherkind rages on as the heroes of the Justice League do everything in their power to turn back the tide of darkness. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Justice League Dark issue number 7 and find out. Alrighty then, everyone. So do you like Tales from the Crypt? Kirk Langstrom, the Man-Bat, sure likes Tales from the Crypt because this entire issue is basically built up like an old horror anthology. As Man-Bat puts it, he's taken it upon himself to record all of Justice League's dark, spine-tingling, and horrifying superhero tales. The big overriding theme of these stories seems to be it's not just magic users who are at threat when it comes to an invasion from the other kind, it's all types of magical creatures. Why, not even the devil is safe from all of this. Zatana goes to have a meeting at the Morningstar Lounge with the First of the Fallen, aka Satan himself. It's actually really cool to see this guy over here in a mainline DC book when we stop and consider that he got his start as a Constantine villain over in Hellblazer over in Vertigo. The First of the Fallen is prideful, go figure, I know. He brushes off Zatana's warnings and even tries to upsell her on signing over her own soul like a sleazy used car salesman. In the end though, Old Scratch will eat those words because the Morningstar comes under attack by an agent of the other kind, a particularly gooey and soupy agent, I should add. The Fallen is all fire and brimstone at first. I am the beast, the first lord of hell, the lord of lies. Mine is the way of the snake and the apple. You have no power here. Before eventually getting drowned in necroplasm, the only words the creature's saying to him, hell, already did it. So yeah, well, I'm not totally sold on the other kind as a name for a group of bad guys. Their actions speak for themselves. They literally make Satan quake in his boots. Now, next up, we have a vampire story as we follow Andrew Bennett, and oh my, I swear James Tynion and Scott Snyder have to get a special award at some point for trying to keep iVampire alive in the fan consciousness. He's come to New Orleans to try and deal with a nest of vampires, however, Detective Chimp and Swamp Thing tell him that whatever has taken hold here in the Big Easy is beyond anything he's used to dealing with. Prideful Bennett, much like the Fallen, completely disregards Justice League Dark's warning and decides to push on ahead. After all, nothing is going to stop him from having his final showdown with the Queen of Blood. However, when he reaches the bottom of an ancient crypt, which itself seems to be alive with zombie flesh, he sees a bunch of vampires horribly conjoined together. This proves to be so utterly terrifying for the vampire hunter, he too turns tail and runs, turning into a gaseous form. It's even said that he prayed for the first time in years. And why yes, once again, that is why the other kind are so terrifying that even a guy who hunts vampires professionally gets freaked out by them. Now, our penultimate horror tale actually involves Frankenstein and the Agents of Shade. Yeah, remember them? Obviously this whole other kind thing affects them. They're the paranormal group that the government goes to. Currently, they've joined forces with Wonder Woman to investigate a nuclear sub that went missing. This is strange because usually the other kind only attacked people with magic, and no one aboard this ship appeared to be magic. When they do board the vessel, they get treated to an Aliens-type horror show, a bunch of dead passengers who have had their organs scooped out of their very bodies. And hey, if that's not enough body horror for you, we also got some chest burster action going on. Apparently, these otherkin burrow inside you and can actually pilot you from the inside out. These things are so deadly and at such a risk for spreading, Frankenstein and his team figure the only way to destroy them for good is to actually activate the nuclear device within the sub. The Agents of Shade also do everything in their power to make sure Wonder Woman doesn't get attacked by these little blighters. After all, if Frankenstein or his crew die, it's no real problem. They've died before, they'll just be put back together again by Father Time. Now, it's the last of these twisted little tales of the Man-Bat that worry Kirk Langstrom himself. For one, he doesn't remember typing up this story, and two, it's all written backwards like a spell Zatana would say. And that's because this final story was actually written by Zatana's father, who we assume dead, but not really. It's more like his soul is trapped on the other side with the other kind. To try and overcome these Lovecraftian abominations, Zatara is forced to join forces with Sargon the Sorcerer, one of the oldest and most evil magic users in the DC universe. Now, they know full well in a fight they can't beat whatever it is they're going up against, but they hope that they can use their magical powers and the life gem to influence the world of the living. And as the comic winds down, they're able to send the life stone to Kirk Langstrom, and it's implied that it's the only thing that saved the Man-Bat's life from the wrath of the Upside Down Man, the leader of the other kind. And it's on that chilling note that the comic comes to a close. So that was Justice League Dark issue number 7, everyone. everybody, and I gotta say this book continues to impress with just all the different places that it goes. Normally I'm a little apprehensive of anthology stories when they're not big annuals, but here all of these could have been big stories on their own, but they work just as well in small little bites. They're also great little throwbacks to the classic days of pulp fiction horror stories in comic book form, as well as essentially being an overarching, unifying theory of paranormal characters in the DC universe. We got monsters and demons and angels and a ton of Vertigo name drops going on. Really, if this is your bag, you're gonna love this to death. Hopefully, too, this issue puts to rest a lot of questions about why certain paranormal characters didn't actually get to be on the main Justice League Dark team. The answer is they're all still gonna play a part. Overall, I would give this issue a 9 out of 10. This has just been an amazing week for me for comics so far. I don't think I've ever given out so many high scores in one week.
Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos available from my channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, why not check out my Patreon page. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. And, oh, yeah, the jacket, was a gift actually. Someone bought it for me off my Amazon wish list, which I also have, and you can also find linked down in the description. Didn't think anyone would actually buy me a Slytherin jacket. Put it mostly on there for a laugh. But hey, it's the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter, so I figured might as well wear it, show it off, and, you know, thank the person who bought it for me. So, until we meet again, everyone, bye-bye.